Hey all, welcome to my October Plan With Me video. For this month, I decided to go for like a witchy magical theme. Here are the various Mildliner, highlighter, and brush pen colors that I'll be using for this theme. Then here are my brush pens and fine liners that I'll be using, and of course I'll link all of the products that I use down below. To get started, I just lettered out October, and then surrounding it in this like swirly pattern, I just doodled a bunch of witch related items like this cauldron, little herbs, potion bottles, gems, candles, spell books, magic balls, things like that. I've seen other people do themes like this before in the past. I think Amanda Rach Lee did a sort of like Harry Potter themed one a few years ago, but I figured that since it's spooky season, I might as well go for a theme that represents that. My last step of sort of the fine liner process was to add these little stars and dots to add to the magic aesthetic. Next, I'm just going in and filling in all of the various shapes and objects using mainly my Mildliner brush pens and highlighters, but also a black brush pens for the things like the cauldron and the moon. I wanted to use my gold fine liner, but unfortunately I couldn't find it. I might have left it at home since I'm now in LA for college, so that's unfortunate, but I still like how the color palette turned out. And then here's what my October cover page looks like all finished. Then on the opposite page, I wrote out this quote that says, "You are made of stardust and wishes and magical things." I just thought that this was really cute and wanted to keep it pretty simple. Of course, next up is my monthly spread, and I'm using my 16cm Muji metal ruler. I love this thing. It's just the perfect size for my journal. And of course, I'm also making Instagram and YouTube trackers to track my follower and subscriber growth throughout the month. Then along the top, I'm doing more of the theme doodles that I did on the cover page. It's been a while since I've done more like doodle based themes, so it's really fun, and I like that it feels more carefree and like everything doesn't have to be perfect. I can kind of put all the doodles wherever I want and not worry about making mistakes. Also, I haven't really ever used this purple Mildliner before, but I really love how bold and bright it is, and I think it fits the theme perfectly. I'm also glad that I added these little green leaf doodles. I think they give more of an apothecary witch vibe and just add a little bright pop. Also, just for reference, for all of the potion bottles, I am blending the darker purple and the lighter blue together just to add some dimension. Next up is my mood tracker, and I decided to go for this sort of vintagey serif font. I wish I brought my stamps so it could look more like a typewriter print, but again, pretty sure I left that at home when I moved to college. Then the idea for this month's mood tracker is that there are going to be all these different potion bottles sitting on these shelves, And depending on my mood on any given day, I'll just fill in the potion bottle with the corresponding color that will be down below in the key. For some reason, I've been super into fall this year. I don't know if it's because of like quarantine and that summer seems so long, or just that I'm back in LA and there aren't really seasons, so I want to make it feel like something is changing, but that definitely influenced my choice in this month's theme. I also don't know if you guys are on TikTok, but for some reason I'm in like Harry Potter TikTok, so I'm sure that definitely had some influence, even if it was subconscious. Then here are the colors that I'll be using, and I'm really excited. I think that it'll look really colorful, and I'll be sure to post this on my Instagram account at the end of the month. I've generally found that mood trackers are kind of a pain to set up, but always end up looking really cool and are kind of a nice way to just check in with myself at the end of the day when I fill it out. I'm using the same font for my habit tracker title, and to be honest, I've been slacking on filling out my habit trackers, but since I'm only doing 6 habits, I'm hoping that I'll be able to keep up with it and kind of just get myself motivated. I am pretty busy though. I am in the middle of my midterms at school. I'm also taking extra units and have a job. So I'm trying not to put a lot of pressure on myself to do all of these every single day if I just run out of time. The habits that I really wanted to focus on were drinking enough water, journaling, studying, working out, taking my vitamins, and not spending money. And that's just for this month. You can obviously put whatever you want and change it as you see fit. Next up is my brain dump page. As always, it's super simple, just for larger ongoing projects or tasks that I want to try to accomplish throughout this month. Then, as always, my last spread is going to be my weekly spread for October, even though it's only like the first 3 days of the month. This just gives me a lot of room to plan and add tasks because I have a feeling that October is going to be pretty busy and chaotic. Obviously, because of the pandemic, there's limited activities that you can do, but this theme is already getting me excited to watch Halloween movies with my roommates, carve pumpkins, make fall desserts, things like that. And my last step was to just go back and add a few details that I forgot, mainly these little like dots and sparkles, just to touch everything up. And here's my final October flip through. I always love to know what you think, so please leave any questions, comments, anything down below. And check me out on Instagram at a bullet journal a day to see all of these posts and more. Thanks for watching.